Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to Langar Week. Today we're at the Strand in London with Nishkam SWAT, who are doing their daily homeless feed. We're going to be speaking to some of the Sevadars and finding out what they gained from this whole experience. So we're here with Saranjit Singh at the Nishkam SWAT service at the Strand in London. Bhai Saranjit, if you could tell us, how long have you been doing this work?
Sat Sri Akal, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh, everyone. I've been involved with Nishkam itself over the COVID period and continually now. Previous to that, I had done other charity work for other organizations, but during the COVID period, that came to a bit of a stop, and I looked around because I realized there was a lot of people out there who needed our help, especially the homeless. Our gurdwaras were closed, so langar wasn't being served inside the gurdwaras, although you could go there and take it from there at some locations. I looked around, and of the two charities I'd done some work with before, Nishkam, I realized was still active during the COVID period. So that's when I contacted them, had a quick interview with them, albeit a Zoom interview as it is these days, to pre-qualify me. And so from the COVID period onwards, I've been involved with them at this particular location on a Monday night, although they're here on other nights as well. This team that I'm part of is here on a Monday night.
Great. And this week we're also celebrating International Langar Week, and what we're doing is we're talking to people who might not usually partake in langar, non-Sikhs especially, and telling them about the institution of langar and how Guru Nanak Dev Ji started feeding people. What are your thoughts in terms of how important langar is today in today's age?
I think langar is absolutely crucial. If you look at it, there's two ways of looking at it. One is you go into a gurdwara, which is a Sikh place of worship, and you will then have langar there, which in essence is food donated by everyone, cooked together and eaten together, all seated at a certain level, usually on the ground, to show equality amongst all. Whether you're a king or a pauper, you sit on the ground. But these days, some people are infirm, so there are tables to sit on there as well. So that was started by Guru Nanak a long, long time ago. And what we have done here is we've decided that langar is not just for people who come to the Gurdwara. There's a lot of people out there who could do with feeding. So langar is in essence a service of feeding. And Nishkam here has brought langar in essence to the homeless on the streets of the United Kingdom. It's also in many other countries in the world as well. But let's talk about just here. Today at the Strand, on a Monday night, we'll distribute something around about 200 meals. Sometimes it can go up to around about 350 meals. It's done very, very quickly. We are here at 7:30, and usually by 9 o'clock we are up, done and gone. So the essence of taking langar to the homeless or other needy is just an extension of what we do in the Gurdwaras.
That's brilliant. Thank you very much for explaining that.
No problem.
So we're here at the Strand. I'm with Beth from Sky, who's helping out with the Nishkam SWAT Sevadars here. Beth, can you tell us what tempted you to come and work with Nishkam SWAT?
So at Sky, we're all really encouraged to volunteer, and a few years ago we started really thinking about who we wanted to support, and one of the areas we wanted to help was homelessness. Through our brilliant staff at Sky, we got recommended Nishkam SWAT and did some research, tried it out, and haven't looked back since. They're a fantastic charity that I just love coming to support, and thankfully so do all our staff as well.
That's great. And how have you found working with the Nishkam SWAT Sevadars, working with the homeless people here as well? What are the kind of memories that you've made so far?
So firstly, the charity itself. Nishkam SWAT have been or are amazing. They do so much. Their heart is so in the right place, and they're so also such a well-oiled machine. They are so slick here every single night, and what they do is brilliant. From a personal point, coming out to work with the other volunteers and to see so many people who are so lovely and so thankful, you leave really do feel lucky and privileged that you got to come today and every week, and you realise that there are so many people with so many different circumstances who just need a bit of a helping hand, and if I can play some small part in doing that by just giving them a hot meal and just a bit of a conversation, then I'm very happy to do so.
That's great. This week we're actually celebrating International Langar Week. We spoke earlier about langar and what it actually is. It's a communal kitchen that Sikhs run, and if you go to any gurdwara anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world, there's a kitchen there. Have you been to one? Have you experienced this yourself? Are you keen? Are you interested in finding out for yourself?
I'm so interested, and I've learned so much already about the Sikh religion just through Nishkam SWAT and the volunteers. I hate to say I haven't actually been to myself, apart from coming out and supporting Nishkam, but hopefully I definitely want to learn more and would be absolutely privileged to go along and experience it for myself.
Right, absolutely. We can talk to the Sevadars here and we can arrange that for you.
Yeah, that'd be actually brilliant.
Thank you very much, Ben. Pleasure talking to you.
In 2009, we discovered homelessness in Southall. So we turned to the council, we turned to the police, immigration, whoever we could go to, the faith leaders, the Gurdwara, the mandars, the mosques. We said there's a massive homeless problem, with especially Punjabis in Southall. Is there anything that you guys can do to help? And doors were slammed on our faces. So we thought, what's the right thing to do? Guru Da Sikh takes the responsibility onto themselves and say, we're going to deal with this problem now. So this is where the project started, especially with the homeless. 2009, we started in Southall. 2012, we kind of wrapped things up in Southall. We still have a problem today, but not as bad as it was then. There were over 200 people that were homeless then. Today there's a handful. Then we decided we're going to take the message of Guru Nanak Dev Ji to the wider audience. So we set up another location, second location, third location, fourth location. Now we're in 25 different locations in the UK, and we're in India. We've got a massive project in India. We've got a huge project in Canada. We've got Argentina, there's a big project going on there as well. We also have other initiatives that we do alongside with the homeless. We have a lot of the projects at the moment, because of COVID, unfortunately, they're on hold. So we have the Nishkam Healthcare Project. We have a fleet of ambulances that run alongside the homeless service that we do, which go out and not only do we serve their requirements for food, but we also look after their health as well. We have doctors, nurses, dentists, opticians that go out. We also have a helpline for drugs and alcohol, and we also have an elderly care project, which again, because of COVID, is on hold, so we go into old people's homes and we help them out. Our latest project is we're launching Watford soon. Luton's just been launched, and Watford's going to be launched hopefully within the next few weeks' time.